Call to, good morning, folks. Let's call to order the November 5th bid board meeting. Do we have a quorum? We don't have a quorum. We don't really need one. We're not voting on anything anyways, are we?
We have a quorum.
We do? Okay, all right. Approval of the minutes.
So moved.
All opposed? No? Okay. Item agenda. Okay, did you want to talk about the decorations downtown? Do the minutes. Oh, we did do the minutes separately. Sorry about that. Okay, approval approval of the minutes, the bid board meeting, September 10th.
You guys did the first minutes.
Yeah, we just got to do them again. I'm sorry.
There's
We got to do
two.
them separately. We got two sets of minutes that we have to approve. All in favor? Sorry, I haven't done this very much. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. We just need a second on that one.
Okay, right. I'm sorry about that. All opposed? No? Okay. The second set of meeting minutes was for the special meeting on October 21st. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It's so moved. Okay. Now do you want to talk about the decorations?
Yeah, we'll move on to the decorations.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I'll handle the downtown decorations. Some of you may have been walking around downtown. There's a new 24-foot artificial Christmas tree down there, so that's
Awesome.
fun, neat, and exciting. And David J. Frank has been working hard at making sure the entire Old Settlers Park is looking the way it does. And all of the poles are up as well. There's a little leftover garland we can use, so if anybody knows of a pole or any area that we should be putting a little extra up on, we can talk about that and make sure that happens. So the big thing about this is November 7th at 6 p.m. we are going to be doing a tree lighting ceremony, which is really, really neat for us. 7 p.m. we're going to plug it in, but in the meantime for that hour what we're going to be able to do is families can come down, take pictures, all sorts of great stuff, get their Christmas card already taken care of by putting their family in front of the sleigh scene, all of those things. So that will be this Thursday at 6 p.m. it starts, and plugging it in at 7. There was a winner chosen for the family that gets to plug it in. This little girl picked out the winning stick at MOA during their trick-or-treating event that they held.
Oh, cool. I didn't know we were doing that.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So they'll be there to do the final plug-in as well. Outside of that, does anybody have any questions?
The deer, yeah.
The deer, that's the question.
So we do have a bunch of deer now, and we have to figure out what we're going to do with them. I know there's always the opportunity for them to go in Enchantment in the Park, but they are also downtown specific and earmarked for downtown should everybody wish to keep those going in there. It doesn't, so the lighting should be the same. It's not like we're going from warm and cool lighting, so it doesn't clash. I would look to the bid board to see what you guys would like to see with them.
I'd like to see us use them again. I would like to see us use them again, whether it's downtown or at Enchantment in the Park, but I sure would like to see them downtown.
Well, I'd like to see them used also, but here again, who's going to put them up, who's going to check them out, who's going to make sure the lights work, put them back together. It's quite a job, you know, and I have no problem with Enchantment using them if they want to.
Pardon my ignorance on this, but how many deer do we have? It sounds like it's kind of a,
It's like
more than one or two.
35 or 40.
Good Lord, okay.
It's quite a number.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a
Yeah,
couple.
I see why you're saying, yeah, maybe it's more than Barton needs.
So
Do you
I
have
mean-
a thought in mind as to where?
Jay could probably help out as far as,
Well, just the fact that I did talk with Lori Yar, who is in charge of Enchantment and said that there might be some deer. I didn't know how your conversation was going to go. I know that some of the deer were banged up a little bit last year, and they do have daily staff that check on things, and they can coddle the deer and check the deer and make sure that they're all lit and that good stuff. So if you're interested in sharing them that way, Lori said she would put them to good use in Enchantment, but I think it's totally your call as the.
I'm on Rotary with Lori, and I could kind of be the go-between for that.
You've helped make
that's
those lights.
necessary. So I can certainly contact her.
Well, it's just that we spent a lot of money on those deer, and they're
Okay.
very attractive. To just sort of throw them by the wayside seems a little silly, but I don't want it to be overkill either. I want it to look nice,
Right.
But we did spend a lot of money, and it's only been a couple of years, right?
It's 1 year.
1 year.
Oh, geez. Okay.
But to put it in perspective, I think we spent like maybe $3,500 for those.
Okay.
So what's that, 6 light poles?
Right. Yeah, relative
It's
to what's
not-
down there
it's
now.
not a big
yeah.
deal.
Right.
But
right,
they
right.
are attractive.
Yeah.
What I could do also, because David J. Frank does this professionally, figuring out decorations in an area, just go to Yulia, who'd helped throughout this entire project, and see how she thinks they could complement the downtown.
Yeah.
And
think
get
that'd be
their
good.
opinion and report back to the board on that.
Be great. One last thing, I would like to thank the volunteers that put up those light poles.
He's one of them. I saw
Yeah.
him down there.
I know there was a lot of, contributed labor.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people, and they look beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I drove through downtown like 3 or 4 times yesterday. Not just for that, but to watch that happen. That was pretty cool, watching that tree go up and stuff. And there was a bunch of people buzzing around, looked like, too. So.
There was a lot from West Bend Mutual also that came down, so the big thank you goes out to West Bend Mutual for providing their assistance there. And then a lot of downtown business owners stepped up and brought their ladders, as they do every year, because that's what small business owners in downtown do, is they step up and they help out. So
Nice.
it was really great.
Very good.
And thanks, Doug, for lending the equipment and the assistance.
I don't think we need to vote on anything with the deer. We're just going to look into that further, right?
I think, yeah,
Yeah.
Adam's going to take care of that?
I'll handle that.
Yeah,
Yep.
good, okay. And then the DEO final selection process. Peggy, did you want to talk about that?
I can take it too if you'd like.
Sure.
Not really? Go ahead.
Are we just talking about the process, or?
I think we're just getting an update maybe on the decision, if there's been any progress on that. If not, then we won't talk about it.
We'll go with so what we'd met on last 2 weeks ago was, now that we know the applicants coming forward, along with the Kettle Coffee Company, they were genuine in the fact that the messages got crossed and they had the wrong time, so they came in and presented as well.
Okay.
So they've jumped into the mix by the selection committee saying, yes, this is okay, because yes, there is the chance that the communication was wrong. They contacted me 15 minutes after the meeting saying, oh no, we would have been there, we made a mistake. So I think there was a smart decision, or a good decision made with that. Back to what we're doing here though, we need to determine, now that we know what this looks like, what they have, all of their questions that they need answered, because the selection committee came back and said, yes, I need to know X, Y, and Z about financial, space needs, all of those things. They have that, they're putting it together, and they're ready to come back next week, Tuesday at 8:15, and give the bid board more information. From there, a selection can be made. The selection committee stated that they wanted to bring this down to just selecting one applicant. Not that any one has risen to the top over the other at this time, because ultimately it's the decision of the bid board, but just that if they're going to do it right, and knowing that this is a pilot program and seeing kind of some bumps along the way to make sure that this is done right, they can put 100% of the effort into one business and make sure that they're giving them everything that they need to succeed, as opposed to thinning that out with 2. And the selection committee spoke with one voice on that decision.
Okay.
Peggy, anything to add?
No, nicely said, thank you. Yeah, what we're finding out in this whole process, it's great, because there were questions that we didn't even really think to ask prior to the first candidates. That's why we're asking them to come back, because we want everybody to have a fair shake at it. But until we start going through this, you don't know until you know.
Right.
You know, for them and for us. So I think it's exciting, you know, that we have as many applicants as we have. And so we'll see what they all come back with, and then we'll make our decision based off that.
Nice, nice. Yeah, it felt like there was a couple gaps in the information that we needed to make decisions on that, so. Awesome. Good.
Agenda items for next
Or do we need, what do we want to talk about at the next meeting?
Well, are we including next meeting being next Tuesday or next, like, official bid meeting?
Let's do both. So you have your special meeting Tuesday, which will be totally encompassed by the DEO selection process unless there's a couple of quick items. And then your December meeting, we can put that on there.
Okay, do we know what we're talking about in that
If
meeting?
there's nothing,
Just
then a motion to
financial
adjourn.
update, okay.
We'll have a financial report, all of those.
All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. Thank you for your patience with me. Sorry about that.